What's up, fellow YouTubers? What up, Courtney? Your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. Thank you to the 4 people who ordered a Potion Time mug glass. It's a pint glass. Thank you for ordering the pint glass. I appreciate it. Got a wicked sick idea for a drink combination that I'll be doing when I get my wand money. Just waiting for the glue to dry on the last wand before I podge it. Let it dry. And then, yeah. I'll still be making more wands. Like I said, this next batch is going to have 5 wands, 3 big ones, 2 smaller ones, a bar of Bond, brand new, and my last 2 albums autographed for $420 on the money. Now $420 will go towards me getting more wand supplies, doing food hacks, drink combos, getting the wands in the mail, paying bills, all that good shit. Find some videos to react to. What up, Exhumed? What up, Jesse Ryan? What up, CJ? What's up, Deathbed Tapes? The next batch of wands is going to be like $420, but you're getting like 5 wands, 2 signed autographed tapes, and a bar of tactical soap. That's little bonus trinkets. But happy Saturday, folks. I got the Potion Time pint glass, got some water, staying hydrated. Yes. So are you pro-vaccine or anti-vax? Doesn't matter which one you are, there's arguing points to both sides. And all the anti-vaxxers, they like to say, well, it's not FDA approved. And that's actually a fair point. The FDA seems to be more concerned about regulating my tobacco and how much nicotine is in my tobacco than they are about the food we eat or the prescription drugs we take. It's pathetic. There are hormones in our foods that we don't need. Prescription drugs that have 10 zillion side effects to one solution. And I'm just like, the vaccinations for COVID were rushed out pretty quickly, and it's a personal choice. Should you get vaccinated? If they actually work, then yes. If it's all just snake oil bullshit, then no. To be fair, would you inject yourself with a vaccine without any research being done into it? No, you wouldn't. And that's kind of where both sides are sitting at this argument. No, it's the truth. Like, the vaccines are not FDA approved, and you're just going to inject yourself. Like, we're supposed to trust the FDA with the food and drugs that they give us. They being human race, society, doctors, etc. You know what? It fucking kills me. It's just like, okay, here's a fucking prescription pill, an antidepressant. You're taking antidepressants and you still experience thoughts of suicide. Real effective, dude. Fuck suicide. You ever had birthday cake, pinnacle vodka, and mixed it with birthday cake bang energy drink? Yes, that's my next drink combo. Call it a Cobra birthday cake smash because I shall get you smashed. Yes. Waiting on Teespring to hand me that merch money.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the podcast, and make sure you check out Butts Mom Premium, where you can catch another episode of the podcast just for the premium members. It's fucking amazing. It's uncensored. It's fucking cocks are out, dicks are swinging in the air. It's fucking unbelievable stuff. You will not believe what we got up to on Butts Mom Premium. No cocks are out. Just buttholes. Just buttholes this week. Buttholes this week.
Doodles next week.
Doodles next week. Make sure you're there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Butterfield Effect. I've got a massive guest here with me right now. We fucked up with the timing. He's got no idea over in New Zealand, you people with your fucking times.
We only care about fucking sheep.
Well, this is what I hear. I'm trying to clear this up.
Life with Tourette's Uncle Tix. So this is Buttsman Podcast, episode number 48. We're going to listen to what... Now, I do actually have Tourette's. It's not as bad as when I was younger. I've learned to control it and manage it a bit better. But some people have a harder time controlling their Tourette's, to be honest. Happy Saturday, folks. We're going to do a live stream here and watch this other podcast, yeah?
Today, and Joshy Nielsen won't be with us. He's stuck doing scaffolding work, which is what he does for a gig, my co-host, which is why we bring Kiwis over to Australia, is to do scaffolding work. So he's doing a good gig over there. But I have the great man. I got Uncle Tix here, a TikTok champion. He's fucking everywhere. If you spend time on TikTok, you know him from your For You page. If you don't, he's a Kiwi creator, and he's...
So he is a TikTok star by the name of Uncle Tix. He is a grown-ass man with Tourette syndrome. I've never seen his TikTok, but calling himself Uncle Tix and he makes TikToks about his Tourette's, that's clever.
He's fucking killing it. G'day,
play on words.
Brother, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Cut. Good cut. I'm glad to be here, actually. Yeah, God, I'm with fucking fat as pimple here.
No, you look good, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, bro. We haven't fucking lost anyway lately. Just been gaming because all I do is sit here and fucking play games. But hey, I'm not complaining.
So, I mean, the lockdown's probably been pretty good for you, considering, you know, you've been able to really create a lot, right? You've been creating heaps during the lockdown.
Through lockdown, we created a video every day or 2 videos a day. We didn't do anything. I was getting paid to sit on my ass and work and do bugger all. That's pretty much what we did. I couldn't work. My boss had no work, but they still had to legally pay me. So I'd just sit around all day. And then I thought, bro, you know what would be really cool? Because Uncle Jack, he'd always go to me, bro, do you want to make a video, bro? I'm like, no, not really, bro. No, you know, what's your idea? And I was always so skeptical. And then they're like, no, you should do this. And here we go. The rest is fucking history. All 3 million of them.
3 mil now.
Yeah, almost, bro. It'll be by end of this week or next week. It should be at 3 million. That's my goal. I mean, It's been growing like 35 to 40,000 people a week. Yeah.
Bloody hell. Could you imagine 3 million subscribers? Oh, it must be a dream, YouTube. Like, I would do a fucking cartwheel if I got 100,000 subscribers on my channel right now. I shit you not. I'd be like, oh, yes. No, I want to be Mr. Beast famous someday. Just have that fuck you money, and you know what I'm saying? Be able to do whatever the fuck you want. Donate to charity. You know what I'm saying? Do all these good fucking things. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Must be nice. No, but if vaccines actually do work, and it's just a fluke that some people are dying and some people are getting sick from the vaccines, then, you know, personal choice, I guess. But of course, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're gonna do, eh? People are gonna look at you like you're a dick because you're not vaccinated. And you're just like, well, that's my personal choice, and you're a dick for infringing your opinion on me. Yeah, well, you're a dick for not getting it, and you're a dick for shoving it in my face. And then that then just becomes this whole pro versus anti crap. I'm just like, I did not expect to eat that entire party sub in one bloody fucking 5-hour long stream, but there you go. I had to vacuum up all the breadcrumbs after eating it, but that's all right. It's a good party sub.
Fucking hell.
It's stupid. It's really overwhelming, bro.
Isn't that crazy? How does that make you feel that you've got all these eyes on you? Does it freak you out?
Yeah, I get really overwhelmed because
I see him vaping. Where the fuck's mine at? Oh, there it is. I still smoke regular tobacco, but I can't smoke indoors anymore, so it's all right. I followed it at my last place. It didn't work out so hotly for me in the end, so no sense in fighting it. But when I build my bloody clock tower dream house, I'm bloody serious. When I build my clock tower dream house, there's gonna be like little candlestick shaped lamps with light bulbs everywhere. There'll be like at least 4 of them that will open up to secret passageways. Like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be cool because when I walk into my bedroom, there'll be a candlestick lamp. You turn it to the side, like my bedroom where I keep my bed and shit in my dream house. And the door will open up, right? And there'll be a staircase that'll be super easy to climb, wrapping around the inside, and then you get to the first floor where the roof is all hollowed out to make one giant fucking room for the Carillon keyboard and for the hemp bell rope in front of it.
I'm the type of person that
Then you open the door on that playing chamber, climb some more tightly wound, easy to climb stairs. And look, you're in the belfry. Yes. Open a door in the belfry and climb a couple more steps. And right there you are, right behind all 4 clock faces.
doesn't really like attention, but growing up, I steered away from that sort of shit. But now that I'm like the second largest account in the country, bro, it's very overwhelming. Even on the street, bro, you get so much attention from kids, adults. It's just
it's crazy. I agree, dude. Like, you start becoming like a certain amount of famous on YouTube, and people in your hometown or wherever you're living at will recognize you. I get recognized all the fucking time. They're like, hey, it's King Cobra. That dude makes badass YouTube videos. One thing I noticed though, that like if you want to have more subscribers, I gotta cut down on my cussing. That's just how it is. But sometimes I get very passionate about the conversation I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like the only time you get more subscribers on YouTube for cussing is if your channel's relevant, if you have Tourette's and you can't help it, or if you're funny with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everyone wants to say hello. Yeah, but very, very overwhelming, bro. Yeah.
But I mean, it's good. You get to push your personal brand. And I've got a mate of mine who was on Married at First Sight. I don't know if you've probably got that show over on NZ.
Yeah, bro. The girls watch it. The Australian versions all the time when it comes out.
Right. So Ryan, who was on Married at First Sight a few years ago, he's a mate of mine and opens for me in some of the shows that I do around the country. And a great dude, wants to get involved in creating things and sort of pushing his own sort of brand. And I keep saying to him, man, you just got to make content, something.
Yeah.
Give people a reason to give a shit about you. And he's like, oh, no, I'm a bit nervous and all that type of stuff. Would you have...
This is my e-liquid. This is a strawberry banana e-liquid with like 6 milligrams of nicotine. And I mixed it with like some CBD. That's got like 1,000 milligrams of CBD. You can see the 2 different colors in it. And then a little bit of that mango CBD e-liquid as well. What happened? He said he did have video responses. Sweet. Like I don't expect people to give me a shout out on YouTube or anything like that. Like usually when I do get a shout out on YouTube from YouTubers that I watch, you know, it feels good. It's just like, oh hey, check this out. Check this out. Yes. Getting recognized by much more famous YouTubers. It's sweet. And that does help the channel out, to be honest.
Any advice for someone who's looking at doing some sort of creation online?
Yeah, get the fuck over it and just do it.
Yeah, 100%. That's it.
I agree. I get people asking me, so like, I want to start a YouTube channel. I got any advice? Just fucking do it. Try not to copy anyone else's style, but if it ends up being another gaming channel, well, that's just how it is. Try to put your own like creative spin on it. But do like more than one thing on your channel besides games and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, vaping, of course, is for 21 and up. Oh yeah, that tastes like strawberry, bananas, and mangoes. With a hint of cinnamon. Because I had this CBD hemp extracts cinnamon. It's like 1,000 milligrams of cinnamon. No, 1,000 milligrams of THC. I meant to say not THC. God damn it. CBD. Fucking get my words twisted up. Yeah, I had some CBD hemp extracts. It's cinnamon flavored. It's like 1,000 milligrams of fucking CBD. You know, all those liquids you saw me mix on my channel, the CBD hemp extracts, the mango CBD e-liquid, and the strawberry banana e-liquid. Yeah, it's that combination. Fucking hell, get it together, man.
It is.
There's a bridge, bro. So I'll tell you now. I actually speak about this quite a lot in my stories, bro. a lot of rangatahi or rangatahi and Māori means like teenagers and kids. They get on this bridge, bro, and they can't get off it. And they don't want to go over to the other grass that's green on the other side. So they'll go, I really want to stream. I'm like, okay, cool, bro. Do you have a PC? No, I don't. I'm like, do you have a phone? They're like, yeah. I'm like, stream on your phone. And they're like, wow, that's not good enough. I'm like, have you tried? They're like, no. I'm like, you don't need the best shit in the world to be able to stream. This is just the story I always give them. They're like, oh, so what do I do? I'm like, go make yourself a Twitch account tonight. Tell all your friends, bro. Post it all over your Facebook, your Instagram. That was ugly tick. And then get on it, bro, and just play fucking Clash of Clans. And there you go. You got your first 20 viewers. And then try and get affiliate, and then just go from there, and then start getting paid to stream. And all these kids are like, is it that easy? I'm like, bro, honestly, I mean, going into it.
Speaking of affiliates, check out that affiliate link for Tactical Soap. Links, description box below. Coupon code King Cobra will get you 15% off your next order. And I will testify to this. Tactical Soap works, my dude. When you get chicks 4 to 8 times hotter than any chick you're ever used to talking to, when you get chicks that look good for their age, or just chicks in general, saying, hey, that dude smells good. I'm telling you. It's like some kind of voodoo black magic for your skin, man. Like, it works. Every adult woman that I walk by goes, ooh, that goth dude smells good. And I never get tired of that reaction. It makes me feel more confident with myself. I struggle with Asperger's syndrome, so sometimes talking to chicks is not my strongest suit, like I said. And when I put on Tactical Soap, I feel confident in myself because I know women love the smell of it. So there you go. And I love Tactical Soap so much that I tell every man I run into about it. Like, dude, have you heard about this Tactical Soap? And I start telling them about it. They're like, you're bullshitting me. I'm like, no, dude, this is the real deal. And it only takes like one bar and they're hooked. They want more. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. It's all natural. It makes your skin soft and smell good for the ladies. It's like wearing confidence on your skin. Chicks pick up on that pheromone soap and they're just like, ooh. If they're sexually attracted to you, it'll turn them on. But that's kind of how that works. If they're not like into you, the most that'll happen is, oh, you smell good. You know what I'm saying? It's the pheromone effect. I got their God of War beard oil, which I love. It leaves my goatee and mustache and my sideburns really soft. My soul patch, yeah.
A Twitch stream would be easier if you had a couple of thousand followers somewhere else.
Yeah, because your boy Cobra had a shave, both up here and down there as well.
That's because you can try and bring them over and mainstream them every week, every day, bring them in to watch you. But right now, it's just that kickstart. It's that get over the bridge and stop being a pussy cunt and just do it.
Yeah.
It's honestly it, bro. I'm going to say this to you, mate, now. Honestly, bro, the sooner you start, the better you'll be. Because, yes, you'll have ups and downs when you start. There's nothing perfect to what you do. But it's about getting your ass over that bridge and just beginning. And once you begin, all the ideas start flowing. And then you're pretty much...
I actually sympathize with people who have Tourette's where they just cuss. Like, they can't help it. Just out of nowhere. Fuck, shit, cunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if... I don't know. A lot of people do not take Tourette's very seriously just because of the fact that people have this uncontrollable urge to just cuss and say random shit. But that's horrible, dude. Like, these people have a hard time getting jobs because they'll be in a job interview like, so why should we hire you for this job? Oh, I'm qualified in this department because I've had experience. Fuck, shit, wanker, cunts doing this job. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if Like, I want to get Uncle Tix some tactical soap now. That's been my mission, is to introduce every adult male to tactical soap.
The next Jimmy Jackson.
Yeah.
Or something out the gate, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, mate, when I started doing this, I was opening for people like Frenchie and Josh Wade and those type of guys. And they were...
Do you know I actually found out about you before I found out about Frenchie? This was years ago.
Really?
This was years ago. You were really little, though, on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I follow you on my Lathan's Life account from years ago. I'll have to recheck that. Don't quote me on that. But I remember seeing your shit. I remember seeing a Crackerbass video. Don't ask me what it was now. It was years ago. But yeah, I remember seeing a video of you, and I was like, "Oh, that's Cracker. That's Cracker." And then, yeah, as you grow, you kind of forget about other people, and then you end up linking up again. You're like, "Oh, guys, fucking, I remember you." But yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Mate,
what happened.
And that's why it's good to sort of have these connections too, and just say, like, just say g'day and all that type of stuff, because you will run into people down the line. But man, I started off making 2 videos a week, and it took me 6 months to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then it took me...
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then it took me like I don't know, I think it was 1.5 years to get to 100,000. And then after that, it just, you sort of get in the rhythm, like my biggest concern when I first started out making videos was, how am I going to get a video out a week? And then you get to a point now where I'm like getting 5 out on 2 different channels and Instagram shit and podcasts and that. And, it just becomes what you do. And I mean, you'd be the same with TikToks. Like, how much content are you pumping out a week?
Oh, not much lately. I've been real slack, bro.
A lot of these people who have these disabilities, they don't want you to feel... Most of them don't want you to feel sorry for them. They want you to be understanding and patient and supportive. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the truth. When people find out that I have Asperger's, they're just like, "Oh my goodness, you poor thing." And I'm like, no. Okay, no, do not feel sorry for me because I have autism, goddammit. There are people out there who have autism way worse than mine, to be brutally honest. I'm able to function on just enough to skate through society and do the bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? There are people who have autism out there who suffer from it a lot worse than I do. You get all these fucking assholes who are just like, "Oh my God, Cobra, you belong in a group home." And I'm like, yes, but I actually know somebody who's in a group home, and the dude is very special needs, and he's awesome, and the dude has 3 jobs that he goes to. So you're saying it like it's a bloody insult. And I'm like, first of all, I'm overqualified for that shit. And second of all, I know people who live in group homes who maintain really normal lives. You're using it as an insult, just shows how ignorant you are. I always feel like that's like a bloody fucking cliche, you know what I'm saying? Like, "Oh my God, you're autistic? Do you live in a group home too?" And I'm like, yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with being in a group home, to be brutally honest. But 1, my insurance won't cover it because group homes are expensive. And 2, I'm not special needs enough to be in that kind of situation. They take one look at me and go, "Wait, you have your own Etsy store?" Yeah. Like, I don't hear talk shit on people who live in those situations, but it's the truth, you know.
It's only because I've been so busy. I've been so caught up in streaming and that my time management's been so trash. So like when everyone I come to do something, I'm like, oh man, maybe I don't stream tonight because I want to build 5 videos and get them out over the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Because what I used to do was I used to be like on the cuff. I used to have 7 videos always backed up, and then I just get them done. And I was like, okay, this is like, I'm really excited to do this, and I get them out, and then I've got to sacrifice one thing or the other. So lately I've been worrying about Twitch more than TikTok. I mean, I'm established on TikTok. I don't need to do anything more now. I've pretty much reached my peak. I mean, I'd love to be the biggest account in the country. That's what I'm going to go do. But once I've got there, what more do I do? I've reached my goal. I've done everything I needed to do. Smashed all my goals. I'm just like, cool. Okay, well, we'll just keep growing then. So you start posting twice a week instead of 7. But it's so it drops so drastically because some people might not like that video and that won't get 2 million views. And you're like, okay, I have to go back to the drawing board. But
I know that feeling. Some people don't like the videos I put out. It's just like, ugh. I know it's as disgusting as those bug eating videos where they both got a lot of likes because people, they're just like, oh, that's fucking gnarly, dude. Holy shit, he actually did it. Ugh, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of crap. People see that and, they're like, hey.
you know what? Tonight, instead of streaming, I'm going to go home and do a cooking video. And hopefully that blows up tomorrow or later on tonight when I post it. It's just my time management is so trash right now. And it starts to take a wear on my life, like a toll on my life, sorry. So, yeah, it stresses me out when I don't get videos out on time or post, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I messaged you earlier, I was like 3:30 my time. And you're like, yeah, actually, it's 3:30 our time. I'm like, fuck, I just wasted a fucking hour I could have been editing. And I could have posted that up in 2 hours from now. So I was gutted. I was like, that's not your fault. That was me because I read that wrong. So I was like, man, I'm so gutted in myself. I should have done better. But no, we're here. So that's the main fucking thing.
It
Cheers
doesn't.
Ah, my vape pen died. Son of a bitch. Wait, can I use my phone charger to charge it? Will it fit? No. Shit. Hold on a second. Oh, fucking sweet, I got a $50 Spencer's gift card. Dude, I'll have to go to the mall one of these days. Use it. Dude, I got pipe tobacco for days, dude. I appreciate the fans sending me that. No, I know. I got a charger for this. Just gonna look for it. There it is. There's the charger for it. There's the charging port for it in here. I can use my phone one, I think. Yeah. That'll work. Charge up the vape. All right. I forgot I had this. Sweet. Thanks, Grandma and Granddad. Hell yeah. Right. And go to Spencer's with that $50 gift card, like, what?
It doesn't get easier. I'm like, 3 or 4 years into the game now.
I don't even edit my videos, to be honest. It takes too much time. People want content now.
You just have to get better at time management, but still you have days where it's like, fuck, I could have done that, or you get shitty at yourself because, let's say, for example, I've got to go. The other day we had to take the dog to the vet just to get a checkup, and they were late. They were late, and so that throws out my afternoon. And then I miss this and I miss that, and it's like, that throws you around. But
it sucks, bro.
But it's a good job because you can only rely on yourself. And I found that early on. Like, if you can just rely on yourself, then you can get anything done. And, if you know how to edit, you know how to film. And that's the biggest one. If you don't know how to film and edit, then you're going to struggle doing these things.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think another thing is, like, a lot of people overthink the editing process. I mean, I'm a perfectionist, bro. When you see a video go out, that video is probably seen 5 hours in my edit time. No shit.
Yeah.
5 hours. Yeah. So when every video that goes out,
oh, that's so gross, dude. I don't want to see that. Fucking nasty. Block. Oh, dude, that's fucking gross. What the fuck's wrong with people? Disgusting asshole. Oh my eyes, dude, that's so fucking gross. Ugh. I didn't want to see that. That's gross. It's fucking nasty. Don't even respond to it. Just block, delete, ignore.
Especially if it comes to a skit and I'm making it with my friends, it might take us an hour and a half. My friends will pump out skits like no tomorrow, but I go and subtitle like all mine for the disabled and people who have illnesses. People that can't really listen, they might like to read. People that are deaf, they read the word.
Hello?
Hi, do you guys have any toilet paper?
Yeah, man, I got plenty of toilet paper. Come on down. Oh, God, dude. The fucking haters, man. They're sad.
Words that I say, the shit that I do. So I go out of my way to spend hours on building content that relates to everyone, not just one set of people. And I remember a couple months ago, actually it was like half a year ago, I saw a video online. It was of this deaf girl. You've probably seen it if you're scrolling through, and it like starts with sound and it just goes out. It just cuts out.
Moving
and you're like,
on.
it's my sound off. And at the very end of the video, she's like, no, this is what I hear every day on TikTok because no one uses closed captions. And I was like, this is why I've been doing this for a year. Like, come on, cunt. This is why I put everyone closed captions. That was a bad one. That's why I put closed captions on you. That's a good fucking TikTok video. We're gonna have to fucking beat that.
We'll bleep out one of those words. So that's probably something we should talk about. And if you don't know who Uncle Tix is, you are someone with Tourette's, and you have uncontrollable tics that manifest themselves in a way that basically, And I have a bit of a relation to Tourette's. I have a epilepsy disorder, or an epileptic disorder.
Shut up, do you? You're just like me.
Just like you. My point is here, where I can't control what happens to my head, and the brain takes over, and you have no control at all. So when I see someone like yourself having a tic, not being able to control it, I can't relate in the way that I can relate a little bit, not quite to the point. Like I'm not saying that, hey, listen, I know exactly what you're going through, but at least to the point where I can understand that the brain is fucking insane. And
it's a crazy thing.
So,
Yeah.
so take me through Tourette's. What happens when you're a young kid? Is this something that manifests overnight? Does it come out when you start talking? How does it work?
Well, to be honest, I don't have.
Keep it up, and I'll press charges for sexual harassment. Like, I'm not even joking, asshole. Fucking disgusting, dude. Oh, screw this. I'm putting it on airplane mode. I'm not gonna put up with this shit. Fucking disgusting, dude.
The answer to that is a great question. It just happened. I know when it started. It started when I was at the age of 4, but I don't know how it began. There's no answers to Tourette's. There's nothing. They're still trying to figure that out now to this day. But maybe that's something they figure out in 20 to 40 years, when we're, old and crusty. But it's just one of those things. You don't know until it's found. And I know it's a neurological disorder in the frontal lobe of your brain, and that's the best I can pretty much say. The tics look like sneezes. That's a tic, because when I say sneezes, sometimes do that. But yeah, it just manifests in you, and if you don't let it come out, it builds up. So and my brain just does it by itself, and it just kind of comes out.
So I've heard people say before that it builds up and they have to release it. Can you explain what that means?
It's pretty much like a sneeze, like I just said before. If you can't get it out, it'll just go bang, and now it's out. It's like,
right.
But and I've got sort of Tourette's where coprolalia, where I'll call you a cunt, a fucking minge, fucking and shit all over the world. I'll just yell shit at you. But there's only a certain amount of people that have coprolalia. I think it's like 10% of the population of people that have Tourette's, which is quite a small percentage, really. Like in New Zealand, it's like 1 in every 5,000 people that I think that have it. So I live in a city of 250,000, so there's a couple of thousand kids with it. But yeah, it's quite an interesting thing to talk about and learn about. And if you guys want to learn more, honestly, I've posted 500 videos, so go fun.
You're very open with it too, and I think that's the best way to deal with that shit.
You have to be. You can't.
Like, you're gonna sit there and text me stupid shit. I don't even respond to it. Just block, delete, ignore. I know it's pissing my trolls off. Otherwise, they wouldn't try so hard to do it. And it's been happening less and less because they're like, Cobra's not getting mad. He's not even getting upset. He just says that's fucking disgusting and he moves on. Huh. What are we doing with our lives? Cobra's a 30-year-old autistic. He's a solid dude. Why are we doing this crap?
Be sitting here and be sheltered. I used to be super sheltered in life. And then as soon as I opened up, it let the whole world know. Like TikTok brings through like 32 million views a month. So it's a big thing. It's a massive thing. And it's teaching heaps of kids and adults all over the world what Tourette's is. And yeah, they might laugh at me. Most of them might laugh at me and not with me. But I don't give a shit. At least you're aware about it now. That's the main thing.
Yeah, of course. But you're going to say something that people will laugh at. And I guess that's the better way to deal with it rather than just freaking out about it.
Yeah. Used to be like that.
But you know what I mean? Like, people are going to go, if you say something outrageous, people are going to giggle. Is that the best way to handle it? Or should we just continue the conversation like nothing happened?
Usually just continue. I'm actually posting a series right now, 4-part series on TikTok. And it's 12 ways to help your mate with Tourette's or someone you may know. And it's like, that question's brought up, and I'm just like, actually, you know what? Fuck you. You can go fucking watch my video. I'm going to post it later. No, honestly, no shit. I'll say it. But it's like, if I take it in front of you, just let it be. Who cares? And keep talking. And let me regain what I was trying to get out. Might say a couple of things, but after that, I'll get the whole story out and you can understand where I'm going from.
Yeah, this is why Tourette's can really suck, dude. We have this normal, I wouldn't call it normal, I'd just call it a filter, if you will. Because normality doesn't exist. But people with Tourette's, they don't have that filter. They don't. And it builds up. If they don't say it, eventually they have to say it, and then they just say it over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, And like in this young individual's case, they have the Tourette's where you cuss all the time, like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if they resist the urge to say it, you know what I'm saying, the urge gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and then eventually they just start saying, fuck, shit, fuck, 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 you know what I'm saying, kind of thing, and it's just like, dude. And that's just it, though. Like, whenever people say they have Tourette's, the first thing they think of is the ones who have a problem with their filthy language. But kind of like when you tell people you have autism, the first thing they automatically assume is that you're either super Asperger's-ish or like you're low functioning or whatever. And it's just like, you know, they call it the autistic spectrum, but to be honest, I think there's a bigger spectrum. That's only a small portion of it. There's a massive spectrum of disorders and disabilities. It's not just autism. There's ADHD, Tourette's, OCD, schizophrenia, multiple personality disorder, bipolar disorder, etc. And I actually have a friend who's high functioning in their bipolar disorder. I'm not going to say who it is, but whenever they get mad at me or yell at me or snap at me, I brush it off. You know, it's just my way of being patient and understanding, like, that's how you can do, like, whether it's autism or high functioning bipolar or Tourette's. All you can do is be patient with them.
Just ignore it. You just gotta let the world know that, oh, I just yelled at you, but like, hey, I'm gonna continue this conversation. Like you just did then, you just listened to me after I took. And you just gotta let it be, let it roll through, and then yeah. But sometimes I say some stupid shit, bro. Mid conversation, and my friends will crack up, and I'm just like, okay, I broke it, and then I'll just keep talking, and they'll all shut up.
Yeah.
So you know, they'll all crack up laughing, and then I'll be like, but anyway, this is, and then they'll be, okay, back to serious now, what we're talking about. So yeah,
I think that's something that mates can obviously have. Like if people know you, they go fucking righto. You know that was a good one. And then you just move on with the situation. I know that for me personally, my brother, and it's not the same thing obviously, but he's autistic and makes very loud noises in public. And he
fucking autistic cunt.
He will, like, in public, people will just stare. And I've always said to people, I said, if you're staring, just give them a smile instead of just staring like deathly into their eyes.
Right. That's the goddamn truth. There are people out there who have autism and Tourette's and shit like that, and they have these little tics that they can't control. They make loud noises. I remember going to school with a kid named Tyler, and this kid I went to school with back in the day, like, you literally had to be careful of what you do or said because he'd literally start repeating everything you said. So, like, and like, he couldn't help it, dude. He was special needs, but like, if I start going, he'd start copying me, and it's like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a total cunt about it and start cussing and shit, but then the teachers would be like, Mr. Saunders, So like, no, yeah, you had to watch what you said around him. And he was a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? But yes. It's just it's good shit, dude. Like it was good shit because it was like you're an ass for doing it. In fact, I was in special ed 1 year. Shocking, I know. And when I was in special ed that 1 year, I rode the short bus, and of course I was 10, 11, 12 at the time. So I was really young, and you know what I'm saying? And when I rode the short bus, we had this one deaf kid who was just learning sign language. And I taught this little deaf kid how to flip people off. It was fantastic. Now, I had this one redheaded chick that did not like me on that bus, and I don't know, we were having this conversation about some random stupid shit, and this big misunderstanding happened, and then she just, every day I got on the bus with this chick, she'd tell her grandmother to shake her fist at me, and it was the dumbest misunderstanding. And I tried telling her it was a misunderstanding, that it's not what it was, kind of thing, and freaking. So when she wasn't looking, I taught the deaf kid how to flip people off, and it was fucking great, because then she literally was sitting there talking to the kid like, oh, so-and-so, aren't you just adorable, you know? And then the kid went like that. And I'm sitting there in my seat just trying not to laugh, dude. It was just like, oh, I'm so going to hell for this. But then the redhead I rode the bus with was like, she literally, the bus driver, she was like, Jerry, Juanito just flipped me off. And oh my God, it was great. The bus driver was cool though, because he was like, hey man, I didn't tell Juanito's parents where he learned that from, but you can't be doing that crap. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Remember Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV series? And they had a little odd scientific fact that if you eat lots of yogurt, it could extend your life. And yeah, I remember the misunderstanding too, because freaking this chick was telling me about her grandmother, and so me being the dumbass, I was just like, so does your grandmother eat lots of yogurt then? Is that why she lived so long? And she mistook it as I was calling her grandmother fat, which no, not even the case. Yeah, I remember that. And it was just like, bitch, I was not calling your grandmother fat. I was just, it was dumb. It was dumb. It was a misunderstanding. It was dumb. So then she'd yell out her bus window, Grandma, shake your fist at him. And I'm just like, yes. Supposed to still remember that. Anyways. It was great because she was like, Jerry, Juanito just flipped me off. And I'm sitting there going, I bust back into my seat, like, trying not to laugh. Like, dude. Good shit. Anyways, back to the story.
And I guess if you're out in public and you're making loud ticks, how does that stare feel?
Oh yeah, going back to the video, because I know I backtracked with that story from my childhood, but freaking, yeah, dude, don't just fucking stare at people. It's fucking bloody rude. You know, it really is. Like, you don't know what the fuck, if they have some kind of fucking disorder or some shit. Like, you don't know what the fuck's wrong with them. Freaking ridiculous. They're like the same teacher I had for my special ed. I had in summer school too, like, shit you not. Shout out to Miss Barwana. Yes. But freaking no, it's ridiculous, YouTube. Like, I got bullied and harassed for a couple years in high school, and I got bullied in high school, I got bullied in grade school, and the teachers never really gave a shit, to be honest. And I survived it. I get bullied on YouTube all the freaking time, so it's like getting bullied in YouTube doesn't bother me as much because I'm so used to being bullied and harassed and teased, and you know what I'm saying? Cyberbullying is just pussy shit. Because when I was a kid, if you wanted to bully someone, you did it to their face like a man. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the fucking truth. Hiding behind a fake cell phone number or a no caller ID number or a random ass bot account that you created. It's pussy shit.
I don't even look at them, bro. I know everyone's looking at me. I just ignore them.
Yeah.
Because I'm way cooler than you. I'm louder than you. Nah, that's how I usually think. I look at the ground and just yell, and then my mates will be like, "Oh, they don't know this look here." But like, yeah, she can suck my fucking ass as well. Oh, bitch.
No, but it's the truth. Going back to this story. It's the truth. If people are doing shit like this in public, like they look like they might have like a tick or some shit, don't just fucking stare at them. It's rude as shit. Now picture this. You're having a crap day. Everything just goes wrong, right? And then the cherry on top of the bullshit cake. You're at the checkout counter at the grocery store, and you drop something, and it sets you off. Now you're cussing about like, man, fuck this fucking fucked off fuck day. I'm so fucking tired of this fucking shit. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? And you're pissed about it. Like, people stare at you. When you're having a bad day and people stare at you, doesn't it just piss you off? Like, you're having a bad day and people just being rude cunts about it and making it worse. Like, hey, you all have bad days, mind your business. Like,
Okay, we've got to go. Let's move. But it's funny. Like, for example, when we go out to dinner, I've noticed this a lot, especially with my flattened friends. Because especially my close friends, that if I stand up and move, nine times out of 10, they'll stand up and move. So that's the cool thing about like having really good friends like that, or I'm the oldest of the group, so yeah, you know, the old boy. But it's like, say for example, we just finished our feed and we'll be sitting around, we'll finish our beers. If I stand up and go, okay, and move, 9 times out of 10, my friends will stand up and move as well, and we'll just leave. So if I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'll let the table know, and they already know I'm uncomfortable, and we'll leave. But it sucks because it's always about me, and I don't mean to make it about me. But like, if I'm in an uncomfortable situation, you guys can either sit there and keep enjoying yourself, But usually I will stand up. My missus will notice I've stood up, and we'll move, and then usually the flat will just follow. Or like my friends will just follow with me. So yeah, it's
So
quite.
so why would you stand up and move? Are you just at a point where you feel really uncomfortable in the situation?
Well, I've been there. So I've been there for an hour, and I've been screaming, and there's other tables around. If I'm going to get up and move, I'm going to leave now. And they understand that because they're like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, we're leaving. But yeah, it is good to sometimes let them go have dinner because they have no longer dinners without me. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, oh, this is out of focus. What I'm trying to say is it's really good to have loyal friends. That's what I'm trying to say. Friends that you can trust.
Yeah, I get that. People who have mental or physical disorders of any kind, it's good to have a support system of family and friends who aren't going to fuck with you or make you feel like less of a person because you have a disorder. They're like, we're understanding of your situation.
And friends that know they'll put you first, like I put them first over anything. If I'm uncomfortable, they'll understand and they'll sense that, and then we'll just get up and leave. So that's the cool thing about having really good friends, and especially my flat. They're amazing people. Yeah,
you're flat. So is that a Kiwi term?
Yeah.
Oh, you're flat.
Yeah, flatmates.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Very Kiwi.
I heard you say minge before. I thought that was a British term.
Minge, that's fucking is British. They have heaps of like, oh, that's a Kiwi term. It's also very Australian as well, yeah. But it is that originated in England, yes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I've never heard someone say minge in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, stupid minge. Yeah, bro. It always happens. It's like my fucking number one word on my list. Let me suck your minge, cunt. It's cracker
Yes.
So where to now with this? Because you've been so open on TikTok. Is this the main?
So, like, if you're fucking a bunch of chicks, as I call them minge binge, okay, I'm just kidding. That's bloody horrible. You cheeky British bastard. I'm just kidding, you two. Okay. It's been a while since the first someone used that word, mind you. The first time I heard that word was on an episode of South Park where Butters is reenacting this story. Oh, bloody hell. You made Stan's grandpa look like Joe Biden as the president because how they had Mr. Garrison as Trump. If you made Joe Biden as Stan's grandpa, that'd be funnier than shit. Mike Broblasky's doing drag shows and freaking making fun of the whole kid drag thing and how weird it is, and freaking the goth kids that get accused of being trans. And they're just like, we're not freaking that, we're freaking, you know, I could already see. Oh my God. They don't have to do it, just throwing out ideas.
Way that you look to continue your career is through basically exposing yourself in a way to sort of allow other people to understand how Tourette's works. Mix in some comedy with that, and just basically push the person who you are and just continue with it. Is it going to be just TikTok? Are you moving on to YouTube, Facebook, or is it live shows? What are you looking at doing?
I'd love to do a live show, bro. When I come over to Australia, I'd love to come to one of your shows.
Yeah,
that'd be cool, lads. I'm actually coming over to Aussie real soon. Here we go. So we can catch up. But honestly, bro, I don't know. I'm just kind of letting the waka do its thing. Let the boat do its thing, bro. I have no. I've done all my goals. You know, we're supposed to do a live tour, but COVID kept mucking that up, and we invested all our time and effort into it. And we kind of ended up bailing on the idea. We didn't know how it would go, or how, you know, doing a TikTok tour. I mean, that would be cool as fuck, but you know, maybe that's something for the future. But yeah, man, I post on YouTube every second day. YouTube obviously isn't as big because I don't drive people there. People just find me. If I'm there, I'm there. If you're not, you know. But yeah, that's gone like maybe 3,000 people over the last month. But again, it's just you know, I have an agency that does that, so I don't even worry about it. Just like my Facebook. But to be honest, I have no idea where I'm gonna go from here, my bro. Isaac. Yeah, I have no fucking idea, bro. What do you reckon I should do? I know exactly what you're going to say, but anyway. Oh, I like you. I'm on Twitch now. So,
I think it's good to diversify, because if you lose your you lose your TikTok account tomorrow for whatever reason, then it's a scary situation to face. I'm sure you've got a lot of followers on Facebook and that, and people already know who you are, so they'll find you wherever you happen to be. But that's something that I've always been scared of. Is like and I always look after YouTube. If they ask me to do a speaking event or whatever, I do a few of those. I always say, yep, absolutely, because if push comes to shove, maybe they'll look after me if I say something that, if I'm being an asshole or whatever, and I say something, maybe they'll, I'd not turn a blind eye, but at least try and work it through rather than just delete me off the face of the earth.
No, understandable.
No, they delete this guy's TikTok because of his Tourette's and him cussing on his TikTok. I'm going to like, fuck you to the moon.
And well, we've got large platforms on other places now. Like I've got Instagram following now. So you. And it's just like it's one of those things. I can tell you now, I probably won't be deleted ever off TikTok. I talk to them every week, every second day.
They look after you?
Yeah, I message them. I literally talk to. I have like a manager or someone from TikTok that looks after us. And her name's Sim. I used to have a girl called what's her name? Lucy? No, I can't remember now. She's going to get upset if she watches this. There was a couple of them. There's like 3 girls who used to look after me. And if I had a problem, if anything was deleted or taken down, I'd just take a screenshot and send it straight to them. Can you sort this out? And if not, can you tell me why it can't be posted? But over the last month, I had a lot of troubles with TikTok. Everything I posted was being taken down. Everyone. It's the fact that kind of killed my buzz for posting.
Why were they being taken down?
Just certain sexual words they didn't like. I'm like, but mate, they're like, but your girlfriend. I'm like, so it's my missus. And I can give you a video right now. She doesn't care anything I say or what we put online. That's me. I can't help that. You're like, oh.
The hypocrisy of TikTok. Sexual words are not allowed to be said on TikTok, but if your underage girl is shaking her ass to a Nicki Minaj song, that's totally okay. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, can you just cut that out? I'm like, can you cut out this sexual reference? I'm like, why would I do that? No.
They're asking you to cut out sexual references, but have you seen Bugs World workout videos? This fucking prick is going around and simulating rape of women at the gym, and it's just like, are you fucking mental? And the fact that he has so many followers for doing it it's fucking insane.
Because TikTok don't like it. I'm like, well, that's lying. Why would I take my ticks away? It's just like saying the N-word. That's the only word I've ever cut out because every time I post it, they'd mute me. But I'm like, you can go over to America and all these people are saying it 24/7 on all their TikToks and they're not getting taken down. But as soon as I say it, and I can't help it, which it's a commonly used word in my vocab every day, which I can't help, they take me down. I'm just like, that's bullshit. That's ableism. Like you're sheltering me for something I can't help. Like, do you want me to post? You want me to be out there? You want me to grow and be millions and millions strong? But you take me down every single day. It's like, come on. Don't fucking beat around the bush with me. I'm sick of this shit. And they're like, oh, no, we'll sort it out. And then I was like, I'm going to leave this app. I'm sick and tired of it. I'll go build another app on Triller. I'll contact Triller right now and say to them, verify me, and I'll go post all 400 of my videos on there. And all you have to do is help me grow. And they'll do it because they've already contacted me about shit like that. And they're like, yeah, well, we'll sort it out. But hey, over the last week, I've been really well. Hence the fact I haven't really posted much. Everything gets kind of taken down. But there you go. The reason why I haven't really been posting much.
Do you think that's because people don't know who you are and they just hear you say you drop the N-word or whatever, and they go, well, this bloke can't say that?
Yeah,
I think they don't know, and it's a mass report, and Twitch, fucking TikTok just goes, oh, fuck, I can't deal with all these reports. Let's just get rid of this video, sort of thing.
Maybe. The fact that I say, kia ora, my name is Uncle Tix and I have Tourette's, every single video I do, come on, let's not play a stupid game of fucking cat and mouse here, cunt. Don't be stupid. You know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what I'm going to say. Let it be, or I just won't post anymore. But they've been real lenient on me lately. So, and I got a lot. Carla, that's the girl's name. Carla and Sim, they're really nice people. You know, they always tend to my worries if I've ever got any. But yeah, they've opened up a lot of amazing gates for me, but they've also closed a lot of like doors. As in, like, I can't really do live talks with them. And I can't do live cooking shows with them because of the words I use, but they want me to do it, and it's just like China won't like this. The company's going to shut that down straight away. So
Could you do it
But
on
you always-
YouTube? Do you think?
oh yeah, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, don't give a shit. I say gay, homophobic slurs all the time, and they don't care. Just as long as I'm happy, they know that I can't help it. It's just, oh man, you know, TikTok, I think, the most PC company in the world, and they're ruining their app by being too PC and not being open enough. You're like, oh, but we've got kids on here. Well, 13 and up is how old you're supposed to be on the app. You've got 9-year-olds fucking running rampant on the app. It's like, cunt. Yeah, that's your problem, not mine. You know, there's a certain scene, or even put like restricted audiences, you know, for elder people like over the age of like 16 to be able to watch it. You know, mature audiences to understand. Yeah, that might be better. But yeah, I don't know. Bro.
I started posting to TikTok for a while there, and I gave up a little bit. I had, you know how on your home screen or whatever, homepage, whatever you want to fucking call it, I had you have 9 videos you can see, the last 9 videos. They were all taken down for harassment and bullying, and I was like, oh fuck, like this is not the app for me.
And you get over it, it's because the kids don't understand comedy, bro, and then they'll take you down, they'll report it. That's what they do. They go around and just report all your shit.
And I mean, it's the same with like Twitter and shit. Like, people have seen things that I've said and taken them for gospel. Like, these are really true things that I believe. And I'm like, mate, half the shit I say on stage is completely opposite to the human being that I am. Yeah. And it is so obvious. Sorry, mate, what'd you say?
It's dark humor.
Yeah. It comes from a place of shit you would say at the pub around your close mates.
Yeah,
and I try and spread that, because that's the type of person that I am. That's the jokes that I like. The darker, the better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, jokes about Tourette's, bro. Hey, I love that when I'm on stage and someone cracks a Tourette's joke. I'm just like, right place and right time. I love that. There was a TikToker, real famous. I think he's an Indian dude.
Yeah.
And he posted a Tourette's skit not that long ago. Bro, it went viral, bro. I think it's got over 1 million views now. Well, bro, honestly, it was so funny. Everyone's like, how do you feel? I'm like, comedians. Everyday motherfuckers thinking they're funny by doing tics on screen. Comedians. You fellas are up here. This is your job, to be a funny cunt and make a proper video, a professional video, which was professionally filmed by like proper cameras and like a proper setup and like, you know, all that. So it was properly done and it was really funny. I was like, that is good. That is proper comedy. You can't sound out here laughing at us, you're laughing with us. You're taking the mickey out of it, and that's okay. And then there's these kids who go and make like fake tick videos, and like, oh, I've got Tourette's, but. I'm like, no, that's not funny. Because
I agree. If you're faking Tourette syndrome on camera just to get sympathy and views, you're a fucking asshole.
Laughing at us, you're not laughing with us. You need to learn that. Yeah, so if you want to make a Tourette's joke on stage, that's funny. Like, I genuinely enjoy that, you know? But if you're a comedian, you're perfect.
Now you can learn to laugh at yourself. That's good. Pick up my bug swatter gun, my bug assault gun, and they take off. Oh, you little shit. Yeah.
Professional, proper comedian. These kids think it's okay to go and do it. It's like, if you don't have it, you shouldn't talk about it. Unless you're a comedian and that's your job. You know, dark humor is your thing. Go hard. You know, I always see Shooter Williamson getting himself in hot water. And I'm always like, what did he say that really pissed someone off? If you go to a comedy show, why are you so mad? Like, get the fuck over yourself, cunt. It's a comedy show. Yeah. The more fucking slurs and shit you say, the better. Yeah. I mean, there's some things you probably wouldn't talk about, but you know, yeah.
Oh, I mean, if it's hateful, like if you attack a person because they're black and you're full of hate, then that's not okay. What sort of measurement you take is whether or not people are laughing with it. Exactly, if they're laughing at it and it's hateful and they're like, yes, like, you know, full Nelson Muntz and The Simpsons, like, ha ha, like you're a bad, you know, I'm laughing at you, and that whole sort of, you know, the punching down where you're really trying to hurt someone, then that's not good. Yeah. But you can punch down at people and make fun of people in a sense where, you know, you're attacking a whole group or whatever about a certain thing. And if people laugh, then it's comedy. It's funny. If they don't laugh, then fucking throw it out. Don't use it.
Yeah.
I had a Tourette's joke that I did for a year. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I want to hear this. I just got a good story about this after a go, but I want to hear you first. Sorry, my bad.
I've got a Tourette's joke that I did for about a year and a half ago, and I did it after I flew to Broken Hill in the middle of New South Wales, near the South Australian border, and there was a dude in the crowd.
Gays. Sorry.
No, it's true. South Australia. And I did. So I did a show there. It's a mining town. It's where they shot Mad Max. It's a shithole, absolute shithole. Dude in the front row, the lights go down. I go out. 2 minutes in, he starts making very loud screams, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he starts telling me. He said, "I got Tourette's." Absolutely true story. And throughout the whole show, every 2 minutes, every time I would tell a joke and people would laugh, he would have a tick about 30 seconds later, or maybe 10 seconds later, and it became this whole. Cool. He was a legend, great guy after the show, and I did a whole bit about him, and we actually I animated it and I put it on YouTube. You should check it out afterwards.
Yeah, I will check it out. You send me a link. I'm excited.
I will. And then I talked to him, and he enjoyed, me ribbing him on stage, because if I don't address it, like, people are like, well, why would you address it? Why would you, why would you make fun of him? I said, I didn't make fun of him. I was bringing him in, involving him in the show, because he spent his whole life trying to hide, trying to be small. Let's bring 100%. Him out. And he was laughing, having a great time. I gave him some merch. We had a beer afterwards. Man, it was beautiful. It was the one thing that I remember about that town and that show is meeting that young man.
Yeah,
I love
comedy,
that.
bro. That's good comedy, where you can make, obviously. The funny thing is, that cunt went to that fucking show knowing he was going to be ripped on, because he's in the front fucking row. It's like, cunt, come on, if you're going to go in the front row, you're going to be ripped on. Yeah, I know. That's why you go there.
Well, how's this? He said to me, mate, I haven't been out of the house. I hadn't been to a show in like 5 or 6 years to do anything, because I had to overcome my anxiety to come here and see the show. And I was so stoked to hear that. I was so happy.
Can I tell you a story? Same kind of aspect at a comedy show. So do you know? I don't know if you might know him. He's a comedian from Aotearoa called Joey Damon. He's this big brown fella. He's a really nice guy, Māori guy. And bro, his comedy, bro, is he's a funny dude, bro. And when you hang out with him, bro, he's a funny cunt to be around. He's witty, too witty for you, which pisses me off. He's always got an answer for everything, but he always makes you laugh. It's like, oh man, I go to dinner with him sometimes. But he's a really well-known comedian, and most of my friends I hang out with are very good friends with him. He had a show here in Hamilton, and he sold out his show. He sold out both the shows, and I went to his show, and that was the biggest thing for me to do. I'd never been to a comedy show in my life. It was just last year, so I'm 27, I can know now, and it was towards December when we were going out of lockdown. And I went into a show, bro, and I was ticking the whole time. I was expecting him to roast me, but he didn't. And after the show, I was in the front row. I head away at the back, everyone with Uncle Jack in there. And after the show, I was like to him, how come you didn't rip me? He's like, I don't want to be that mean to you, bro. I was like, no, I came tonight. I overcame my anxiety to come tonight for you to go, oh, yeah, it's just Tixie's got Tourette's, fucking retards. Something like that, rip something on me. I was literally waiting for it. And I've been to a couple of his comedy shows, and he just won't do it. I'm just like, can't do it. This is your chance to bring out a Tourette's joke and make people laugh. Do it. I want you to do it. He's like, nah, I'll hold that for a rainy day. I'm all right. That's cool. But anyway, I went to the. This is you were going on a bit before about making people laugh. Like if no one laughed and it stopped, we had a really awkward moment at a show, and it was about some Mormons. And even just saying Mormons, it cracks me up. But anyway, we went to a show, and if it doesn't make people laugh, and people are like, you kind of stop and just throw it out and start again. Let's build a new plate. Let's do something different. But I kept going, and it got funnier and funnier. But then it goes, I was like, oh. So these Mormons went to Asia. I don't know what part of Asia. Might have been Vietnam. And they were doing their like rounds. You know how Mormons go and do their rounds and shit. And I was like, oh, let's crack a bears. And he's like, and she's like, yeah. But then I saw a dead body, and that's where it went. Woof. And I was like, okay. And then he goes, well, I was first part you saw. And I was like, oh, can't see you smile because it's funny. Now that I look back at it, it's actually really funny. But bro, the crowd was dead silent. I cracked up. Me and Jack thought that was funny as. Did you see her head? And she's like, yeah, I saw arm first. And I was like, oh, this is like on the cusp, bro. I'm like, do we pull out? Does he pull out? Nah, bro, he committed. So, yeah, I cracked up when you said, yeah, if it's not good enough, just throw it out. Because it related back to this moment me and Joey had, or that was a full amphitheater, full theater of people. There was like 150 people in there. And, oh, man, it just got to a moment where no one laughed. And he was laughing. He was like, that's pretty funny. Like, fucking hell. That was too deep, bro. But this woman chick had seen a dead body on the side of the road while doing their mission. And she didn't know what to do. She kind of just walked past and left it. What do you do? And anyway, yeah, it got really dark and deep, and I was just like, oh, sit on my face. God, it was good comedy, bro. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, no, sorry, I just had to say that one of those moments.
No. One of the real skills with stand-up is to be able to dig a hole so deep, lose a room, and then bring them back.
Yeah, you can't get out of it, but you can get it. Yeah, you cheeky.
You just sometimes you gotta like just completely give up, and other times you can dig through and come out the other side. Man, I've had shows where I was one of my mates, this bloke called Kyle Legacy, who's from Liverpool. He's from Liverpool, and he's lived in Sydney for years. He's a really good guy. Got an afro, real skinny white dude, great guy. And I've known him for a long time. And he teed me up in Perth. He said, like, I've just done all these great shows, sold out all the shows. My first comedy festival in Perth, and I was doing 2 shows a night, and it was like 12 o'clock at night. And he tells me to come to this room where they're doing like, just like a room full of maybe 6 or 7 people, real late night show. And he said, man, what I want you to do your darkest, deepest, horrible shit. I was like, okay, cool. And so what happens is I'm downstairs, and he tells the people in the crowd that, okay, we're going to get Isaac to come on. And he thinks this is a real dark, like dingy sort of crowd. And it was actually like a bit of a charity sort of show, and people who'd never been to stand-up before were encouraged to come along. And I had no idea. And so what he told them, he said, do not laugh at anything he says. Do not interact with him, nothing.
This guy seems to see where this is going.
So I start going out there and doing just the most heinous shit, horrible shit. The Christchurch massacre joke. I do the I do Aboriginal material. I do the whole thing. And these people are just like, this chick's looking at me like, what? Do you have anything funny to tell? And I'm like, I looked at, like, she's right in front of me. There's 6 people in the room. I was like, you have never laughed at anything in your life, have you? You are a miserable cunt. And she looked at me like I had just fucking, I don't know, assaulted a grandmother, and the whole crowd turns against me. I'm like, nah, fuck yous. You are the worst people that ever lived. I get heap shitty with them. They start booing me, throwing ice cubes at me, and I'm like, fucking hell. And so Kyle walks on the stage and says, no, I told him not to laugh. And I'm like, nah, fuck yous. And I walked out, and he's come down and he said, mate, I told him not to laugh. I was like, well, I didn't know that. I've just gone and abused all these fucking people who have paid charity money to come and see the show. And
that's amazing.
So there is, the point of the story is, there is times where you just can't dig yourself out of that hole, and the way to get out of it is just to walk off stage and never return. Yeah.
And think about next show, because you're always going to offend someone. That's the thing with comedy, bro. If you haven't offended someone, I don't think your job was done.
No, I know. I know. It's not fun.
You know what I'm trying to say. Not offended someone,
Yeah. Got my bug assault gun, taking out these house flies, like, thing go down. No, it's fucking ridiculous, YouTube. Stand-up comedy, it's selective. Because everyone's offended by everything these days. So I guess now jokes are no longer allowed. You can't be funny anymore because you might offend somebody. Like, you try not to offend someone, it's going to happen eventually. And it's fucking irritating because it's like you're not trying to piss people off or be offensive. Everyone else is just a goddamn overly sensitive snowflake. All the flies are flying back out the window like, fuck this shit. You fucking asshole. This is a good way to kill flies. Not sponsored.
Like, when you go to a comedy show, like, I don't feel offended, but I'm like, oh, that's on the cusp.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's comedy. You know, you need to be able to laugh at things. It's like I laugh at myself for being a retard every day.
That's I can agree with. There is comedy to an extent, learning to laugh at yourself, and yeah, I make fun of myself all the fucking time. People are like, Josh, you're way too hard on yourself. I've been known to do it. I'll call myself a fucking retard all the time. I make fun of myself because I haven't been laid in 3 or 4 years. I give myself more shit than my trolls do, to be honest. Bastard fly, that took him out. But it's just like, my trolls call me a fucking retard. I'm like, thanks for noticing, dude. I dig this Uncle Tick style, man. At least he's got a good sense of humor about it.
You have to be able to have a giggle about shit. If you can't, fuck off. Fucking lighten up somewhere else. Go fucking rub your fucking mother's back and, you know, do something stupid in your life. Lighten the fuck up, cunt.
People take themselves way too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe if you farted every once in a while, you wouldn't be such a tight ass. No, seriously, if you farted every once in a while, you probably wouldn't be such a tight ass.
Seriously. And it's not a good attitude. It's not a good attitude.
Oh, man.
Because as soon as you do something that's not, you know, your normal sort of hard man attitude, and particularly with men, you lose yourself. If something goes wrong in your life, you'll lose yourself and you can't find a way around it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that, you know, we can both admit I've never had that problem. I've never been live on a stage. I reckon I could stand up and make cunts laugh though, and just fucking them asking questions.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, well, see, maybe that's what I'm going to do. There you go. There we answered my question. Maybe I'll do that in the future.
Why don't you write, how about this? I'm coming to New Zealand at some point next year when I can fucking travel again. Why don't you come and open for me?
Jesus, cunt, that'd be crack up.
Do 5 minutes.
Let me think about it. Yeah, I know.
There's no pressure at all.
I want to, but then thinking about it now just makes me so nervous. I'm like, I don't think I could do it. Everyone, once I get out there, I just yell and scream at cunts. It'd be funny me and Jack doing it. Jack is really good at holding a crowd. Ironically, for the one that talks the most, it's usually me. And when we're on the piss, I usually hold the conversations and he's pissed as. But, you know, it's just like, yeah, I'd love to do something like that, but it'd have to be with a friend. I'd be so nervous. I probably wouldn't even be able to talk. But that's a bridge we'll get over.
Mate, it's scary. I freak out before every show. My big fear is that I'll have a seizure on stage. Like that, I'm terrified of it. Every time, I'm terrified of it.
At least that's good comedy.
Yeah, if I hit the deck.
Imagine the videos you could post online of that.
I know.
Well, anyway, I have a video to show you cunts. I had a seizure on my comedy show. Take a look at this fucking bullshit. There's you jumping around on the ground. Yep, that was in front of 200 people. How crack up is that shit? There's fucking 2 million views. As much as it is your fan, no one's going to be like, oh, this cunt's having a seizure. That's crack up ass. It's going to be like, holy shit, this fella's having a seizure. That's crack up. Like, that's unreal.
And then if you can get up and finish the show, that's where the fucking.
If you're not
then you're a legend.
Yeah. Are you usually tired after a seizure? Good question.
So I haven't had one in
Sorry, that might
3 or 4 years.
What is that?
So all that happens, right? All that happens is I lose control of my eyes, and they point to the left side, and my head gets stuck like that, and I can't move my head. I'm completely conscious throughout. Lasts for about 12 seconds, and then I'm back.
Wow, unreal.
Really weird. So it's a frontal lobe epilepsy. It's actually, I call it epilepsy because it's easier to explain. It's actually a movement disorder that's very similar. So I just call it that because it makes more sense to people than explaining the whole thing. But I mean, it's a strange thing, and it's something I sort of try and hide. But the more, as you said, the more you're fucking open about it, the more people understand, and they just get over it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you talk about that in your shows where you're like, I have epilepsy or not?
Yeah.
To roast yourself and be open about yourself is probably the best comedy in the world.
It actually
you can laugh at yourself, it breaks the fucking ice pretty much immediately. You know?
And I walk on and I have enormous anxiety and freaking out about it, and then I talk about it, and then I let people know, and it's all good from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess it's similar with you when you start your videos and you introduce yourself as someone with Tourette's. Yep.
I mean, you just got to own it. If you don't own it, you're a bitch. That's how to put it, bro. if you don't own something that you're going to struggle with the rest of your life, well, not so much struggle. You just have to learn to own it and grab it by the balls, bro. That's the best way to put it. And a lot of people out there that watch this, if they have Tourette's as well, my best advice I can give you is don't be so sheltered all your life. Get out there and enjoy life because fucking it's so much fun. Oh my God. Once you accept yourself for who you are, get out there, fuck some bitches, do whatever you want to do in your life, my.
No Boglum Chronicles. No, they're staying blocked from my fucking channel. Like, you're taking the grossest part of my videos and making it all about the focus. You don't recap the fact that, oh, hey, King Cobra posted a dank Little Caesars food hack. You focus on all the grossest parts of my videos when I'm not trying to be like that on purpose. Nah, dude. Piss off. I'm not freeing Boglum Chronicles. He's staying blocked from my channel. You steal my videos for clout, and then you focus on all the grossest parts you can find. Like, fuck off. I'm not unblocking anyone. Yeah, clout chasers be like vultures. No, it's not. Clout means fame, basically. You get clout from your subscribers and exposure. It's basically a modern day version of saying fame. Fame chasers. It's basically when people try to chase or ride your coattails. Like, oh, this person's famous. We're going to talk about them and hope talking about them gets us exposure on our channel. That's clout chasing at its finest. They'll fucking sit here and insult my intelligence. Fucking dumbass retard motherfuckers. Clout, not cloud, clout. Pay attention, you stupid fucks. Surrounded by idiots, dude.
My brothers and sisters, just have fun with your life, man. Don't sit there and dwell on stupid shit because it's not going to change. It'll never change. You might as well own it.
Exactly, especially if you can't, if it's not something you can't trim your hair, cut your hair or something and just get rid of it. If it's something like what you have or I have, you may as well just own it. I was going to ask you a question about
Justin Ryan. Sorry, that was a bad one.
No, not about Justin Ryan.
Oh, fuck it. I knew that was going to come out.
Dude, this young man, I've seen him on TikTok. He was crying, talking to some girl the other night. He needs to stop. I mean, I worry. Yeah, I worry about that young dude.
I do as well. Hence the fact I stopped talking about him.
You got to.
I still get a lot of comments. No. I'll openly talk about it on here, though. I don't hate the kid. I think he's a good kid, but he's just, and I know he's challenged like myself. I know that he isn't. I'm not going to say he's not all there, but I know that he has problems like myself. And the thing is that I think that his social media is his way out, but he does it the wrong way. Now, I worry about him too. Hence the fact I stopped roasting him. I turned all my comments off. He started that whole thing, bro. It was not me. He was bullying people online. I called him out. He knew who I was. And I was like, this is what you used to do to Jimmy. And he took that as a whack across his head. I was just like, no, I'm in here being a good cunt. You don't have to be a dick about it. And honestly, man, I feel so sorry for that kid. Hence the fact I stopped talking about him. People ever asked.
Yeah, what kind of fuck, dude? You want a bitch because people bully you for your disorder, but then you bully other people? Yeah, fuck off.
Ask me about him. I'll be like, yeah, he's a fucking dick. I don't hate him. He's got things going on in his life as well. And I understand that. I understand that now. But man, back then I just wanted to punch him in the face for a good cause. I wanted to do it for charity. You know, and yeah, fight me, bro. Come over here, train up, bro. Get yourself a trainer. I'll train up. And let's have a fight. Let's do it properly. I got so much backlash for that. I was just like, this cunt's been mocking me on the internet for 6 months, and then when I finally talk about it, everyone whacks me down. And my manager's like, you have to be the bigger person here. I'm like, oh, well, I did. I ended up being the big person, but I agree with you.
Yeah, that just piss you off about how our fucking society works. Some dickhead starts harassing you on the internet for 6 fucking months, but you both got disabilities. So the second you say anything to defend yourself, oh, you're going too far with it, or you need to be the bigger person. It's like, oh, now you're just pissed off because you started it and I finished it. That's all it is. Fucking people are stupid, dude. People on the internet are fucking stupid.
I agree with you there, Butters. I think it's a bad thing, and he needs to sort himself out.
He's a young dude with whatever his issue is, whether it's Asperger's or something like that. And
I think it is, bro. I actually think it is, eh?
I'm pretty sure that's what he's got going on. And as we all know, autism's a spectrum. But
it is very.
He as you to your point, he tries to find internet drama and stuff like that, and I don't think it'll end well. And I think he's made so many videos about me, and I've never talked about it because I don't want to give it any attention because it's not going to be good for him. It's not going to end well, and all this hate and shit, and comments and stuff that he gets, it doesn't feed ego. It doesn't make him money. It doesn't.
Okay, here's the thing of it. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan of Isaac Butterfield. But if you don't like someone's content, why the fuck do you watch? I get these fucking hate messages like, Cobra, you need to stop talking about gender relation rants. And I'm like, it's my channel. I'll do whatever the fuck I want with it. That's not like some dickhead's holding a gun to your head saying, you better fucking watch Cobra's gender relation rants videos, so help me God. I'll do it, motherfucker. No, dude, you're stupid. And I'm like, you do realize that Isaac Butterfield is a comedian, right? And he's a funny motherfucker. And if you say some shit, like you're trying to come at him like this and that, whatever, he's going to say some shit that'll make you go, oh, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah. The best way to deal with your haters is just to ignore them. It's the truth. They send you a dumb text message, just ignore it. Block, delete, ignore it. And you know what I'm saying? Why give them the time of day, to be honest? They are literally not worth your time. You are living in their head rent-free because they continue to text you. You don't gotta be like, oh, what kind of clever way of fuck you to the moon should I come up with to say this to respond back to these fucking dickhead haters, fucking fuck you trolls, fucking fuck, eat a cunt, this and that, lick your mom's cunt while you get coronavirus, you stupid troll, blah, blah, whatever. Don't even respond, just fucking ignore it. Because that's what they want. They want to see how you respond. Like, what's he gonna say in response? And some of the shit I've said is so fucking clever that the trolls will fucking steal it and try to use it against me. I'm like, you can't even come up with your own original shit. You just steal what I do and try to use it against me. It's fucking pathetic. I'm like, no, I own these bitches. Block, delete, ignore. Every time I get a hate text message, as soon as I see it's weird, gross, inappropriate, or nasty, or mean, calling me a fucking retard, telling me I need to get laid, blah, 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 block, delete, ignore. And that'll just piss them off even more because they want you to react. They do. They want to get all pissed off and angry, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But you just don't do it. Just ignore it. Trolls feed off of attention. They do. And you can't just make a bunch of videos spewing a bunch of hate about someone for no fucking reason. That's the truth. Like, Isaiah Butterfield might make some videos on, like, why vegan booty is a cucumber, cunt. But that's not strictly based in just hatred, mind you. That's because the vegan booty is insufferable. Going into fucking KFC and disturbing other people who are trying to eat. Dumping fake blood into a goddamn... Dumping fake blood all over the KFC like... Some autistic idiot's gonna have to fucking clean that shit up who works at KFC like, no, they don't pay me enough for this job. So, like, it's one thing, like, if you're just attacking someone because you don't like their videos and you hate them, you want to start drama, you're a piece of shit human being. But if you go after someone on YouTube because that person's a piece of shit and they're doing reprehensible things, okay, you little fucker. If you want some salt for your tequila, these little one-liners before you blast the fly. Yes, the vegan booty, the very same chick who walked up to a little kid's birthday party and started harassing everyone there because, wait for it, they had little white ponies dressed up as unicorns. And she was going up to these people and saying, that's animal abuse. And then kept on trying to push her extremist vegan views in their faces. And these are people she doesn't even, just total strangers. And it's just like, who in the... Okay, you're vegan, good for you. What gives you the right to fucking harass a bunch of people at a kid's party? Like, the level of ego on this chick. Oh, flies are going to die. One second. There should be. No, it's the goddamn truth, YouTube. If you're gonna heckle someone, you don't want to heckle a comedian whose job it is to make people laugh, because they'll say some shit to make you fucking cry, to be honest. And I don't understand the way the internet works as far as that. Like, if I honestly did not like Isaiah Butterfield's videos, I would not watch. I would not, you know what I'm saying? That's the fucking truth. That's why I don't understand internet haters. Like, that's your whole existence, to obsessively talk about someone nonstop, even though you hate their guts and you hate their channel, you think they're gross or weird or whatever, and it's just like, oh yeah, me salt gun's a little empty. Hold up. There were certain celebrities I don't like, so I ignore them. It's the truth. Go ahead and pop that open. Now, here's something to think about, in all sincerity. You say something, and then you give that little fucking attention, and then he responds back with something. Now it becomes just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then what? Then now your fans are fighting with their fans. Instead of using the internet to just coexist and get along and share funny cat videos, instead we're going to use it to hate each other. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking stupid.
Do any of those type of things. It's just it's going to end up really bad, and I don't think that. I think he needs to. If he does listen to this, you know, you're a young dude, mate, and you obviously you know how to work social media.
We don't hate you either.
I don't hate anyone.
I don't hate anyone. I hate a couple people in my life, but when I say a couple, I only mean like 1 or 2 people in my life that have fucking tried to ruin my life. I hate people like that. But I don't hate that dude. I think he's got the right mind. It's just he needs to get off the internet sometimes, bro. And yeah, I actually feel sorry for him, bro. And if I could help him, I would. Even though he messaged me, he apologized and everything, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm here to help you, man. And I'm sure a lot of other people as well that are very influential and very well known will help you as well. It's just you need to stop bullying people, bro. Because when they retaliate, when people like me retaliate, and I send a couple million views your way, it's gonna get 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that.
That's the fucking truth, dude. Thank you. If you're bullying somebody on social media, you're a fucking pussy. This keyboard warrior bullshit, it's fucking pussy shit. You're real big and tough behind that account, for one. And 2, when you're bullying someone who's 4 times more famous than you, you're a fucking dumb piece of shit. Let's say you've only got like maybe 5 or maybe 10, 20,000 plus subscribers. But the person you're bullying has like 1 million followers. You make a video, you know, each YouTube channel is kind of like its own personal cult, if you want to be real about it. You know, everyone's got followers and subscribers and all that, yes. But how fucking stupid do you have to be like, okay, yeah, you have like this many subscribers, and you're only doing it so like you get a mention on their channel. That's it, for attention. Like, oh hey, I got this person, you know, to talk about me. And then some of the people that follow me are pretty fucking psychotic. And some of the people, I have crazy fans just like I have crazy trolls, dude. It's ridiculous.
That's not the role, but it's just that I have to stand up for myself, otherwise I look like a bitch. I will never do that again. I learned my lesson. Oh man. I mean, what do you do? What can you do? Isaac, what do you do?
The problem with that young dude is, you know, people aren't laughing with him.
No,
and I think that's really harmful for someone, particularly that young. You can see him hanging around all these people, like he's on the live streams with that Luke Irwin dude and all that type of stuff. Who's another person who just goes out and calls people out, and that's their career. And I understand why they do that, because it gains attention and stuff. And I just don't think unless you're a certain personality, then that just doesn't it doesn't end well. So that's all I'll say on that young bloke. I wanted to ask you a question. About Maori culture, and I wanted to know how what's your sort of background with are you a Maori? Is that your yep?
Yeah, hang on, bro. I'll show you, bro. I've got a mean muko, which is called it's a pamuko, all up my arm.
Aye.
Took 17.5 hours to get, bro, with all my Tourette's and everything. I was shattered by the end of it. But yeah, bro, it's mean, G. It's my family on my arm.
Mate, there's a lot of white dudes walking around Newcastle where I live with similar fucking tribal tats, and they look like assholes.
Oh, God, this is mean, G. Honestly, I've yet to see. There's heaps of mean artists in New Zealand that can do really mean muko. If you come, when I meet you, you'll be able to see the depth of detail in the lining. But yeah, bro, it's mean as. But yeah, I'm a Māori, bro. Yep, I was
And
born.
I've got a
here
few
in,
Maori
Hamilton.
mates, and I've always been fascinated with the relationship between white Kiwis and Maori Kiwis. How it's a lot more respectful, and it seems to be a lot more calm than the relationship between white Australians and Aboriginal Australians. And I made a video about the Australia Day conversation about let's just fucking pick a new day and try and work out a way where
I knew you were going to say that.
where white
Yeah.
people can just sort of like understand that ancestors did horrible things, grandpas, you know, maybe even your parents. But we just need to sort of set a date and start fresh because this racial divide is just fucking horrible. I hate it.
Yeah. So I've got a story for
Fuck
you.
racism,
Actually, I'll
power
answer your
people.
question first. Over here in New Zealand, I mean, we still have racism, but I feel it's way more stronger. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just oblivious to that sort of stuff. But over in Australia, I feel it's 10 times worse, bro. And that's because I feel it's a lot to do with Australia Day, bro. They don't respect the Aborigines like I feel, in my opinion, they should. You know, change the day, bro. That's the invasion days. It's not a day to celebrate. Like, how cunty is that? I mean, there's always racism over here. I'm not gonna say we're perfect, but bro, I feel that we get along with each other. You know, I mean, I'm a half caste. I'm Pakiana, Māori as well. I'm not going to go out and judge anyone for the color of their skin or anything like that, or anything. You know, just we live in unison. But I've got a cool story for you. My iwi, which is called Ngāti Maniapoto, which is the king country here in beautiful New Zealand. We just finally got our settlement back from the government. Now that's when they give millions of dollars back to your iwi for the reparation that happened 200, 150 years ago for what happened. So we're getting a big settlement right now. But you know what I think, bro? This is going to buzz you out. Maybe even it's the same for the Aborigine people as well. Do you know our biggest enemies? Do you know who the biggest enemy is?
Who's that?
It's yourselves. It's, not yourself. It's ourselves. Sorry, there we go. Thanks, brother. It's ourselves. It's our own people. We are the biggest enemy of ourselves, man. Like, we argue about what should be and what should.
Thank you, Alicia or Alyssa, for the $6.66 donation. It's appreciated. Very nice. Very nice. Elijah or Alicia, I'm sure you very well pronounce that. But shit. My neck, dude. Fuck.
But you know, like, some people don't want the settlement from the government. I personally do. I think it's a movement everywhere. Okay, the government are giving reparation back to us for what we lost. Yes, they can't give back our generation and our tupuna what they lost, but at the same time, it can help fix what we lost. You know, so it can bring more education into Māori people. It can bring in new land. Yeah, they're giving us over like $170 million to one iwi in New Zealand. It's one of the largest things they're giving back. But there's a lot of whānau out there, a lot of whānau that don't want that. They're like, no, we're still upset and sore with what happened to our tupuna, our ancestors. I'm like, okay, that's understandable. I respect that. But when's the moment? When do we move forward? But when do we go, okay, yeah, we respect that now. When do we move forward? When are you going to stop being so sad about that? Like, we probably never will. I'm like, well, that's not the right look at it. You know, just like language is supposed to change, I think people are supposed to change as well. And we're supposed to move with the tides. And yep, I agree that it was a bad thing back in the day. What happened? No, hey, Māori were perfect. We did this and we did that to their people. No. They did that and this to our people. You know, we're both as bad as each other. You know what I mean? And we just have to accept it. I know more things happen to our beautiful Māori people, but it's like, when do we finally accept and go, okay, I accept the Crown's decision. Thank you so much for offering back with what happened. Let's rebuild and help out all our people. You know, we've got all this money now. We can go and give new education to our kids, build new schools to help our kids out. You know, so that's happening right now in my area right now. And they sign it off in like a week and a half. You'll see videos go up on my Instagram page over the next week about talking about trying to go and make our younger kids, our teenagers, vote for what they want. Do you want to help your grandchildren and your kids? You know, that sort of shit. So yeah, I mean, it's a long road in our country with that sort of stuff, that whole racism thing. But and like, you know, how do we grow as people? But hey, I guess it's one small step at a time, eh?
Yeah, and on the point of Australia Day, I think one of the reasons you see pushback by white people is because a lot of people sit here and they go, and I've been guilty of this. Hey, you know, I didn't do I haven't done anything, and I think blaming all white people is a pretty racist sort of way of looking at things.
It is.
And
I agree with that.
I think that's why a lot of people are like, no, don't change the date because I didn't do anything. And I sort of sit at that, and I thought like that for a long time, and then I thought, listen, if the day I celebrate and get pissed on and celebrate the great country that I love, if that same day there's an Aboriginal woman who's 80 years old sitting there crying because or white people, she sees it as we stole her, either her children or we did something horrible to her parents or her grandparents, and she sees that as the day that marks it, then fucking change it.
Change it. Yeah. What are we still doing here talking about it? Why isn't it being changed yet?
Just change it, because there has to
I agree.
be a point where you just go, mate, let's just start again, and we need to understand and respect Aboriginal culture, and Aboriginal people need to look at white people and go, listen, look, I'm not here to hurt anyone. I want everyone to have the same abilities, responsibilities, and things that they can achieve within their life. And if you live up in, the Northern Territory, and you live in a small community out there, a small mob out there, you don't have the ability to go out and get proper medical care, or you don't have the ability to go and do this or go and do that, or education. We need to find ways to deal with that. We need to find ways, and the fucking racial divide is where it starts. And
it's massive too, bro. It's so segregated. It's not even funny.
It's shit.
It's very
segregated. It.
Yep, it's embarrassing to look at, actually.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, the way that I look at the white New Zealand culture and how it mixes with Maori culture, I feel that it is it's, as you said, not perfect, but it's definitely a case study for Australian people to look at white, black, in different, whatever you fucking are, and go, okay, this is how they're doing it. They're respectful. They understand that both cultures come together and you have to live as one. If you live in a house where you're in a share house, you live with a couple of mates, and you treat one of your mates like shit because he comes from a poor background, then you're not going to get along. You have to find middle ground. And that's what we're living. We're all living in the same house, just a big house.
Yeah. That's true. You do see a lot of racial divide, though, especially within the boomers here in Aotearoa. Like before the Olympics, there was things posted up about New Zealand, Aotearoa at the Olympics. How do you think they're going to go? And bro, honestly, all the comments are just from white people going, "It's not Aotearoa. My country is New Zealand." And it's just like, wow. And it's just like, this is unbelievable. Like, and a lot of the young kids, a lot of the kids my age and people around like our era and Gen Z, they didn't say that. It's just the boomers, bro. It's the boomers that go out of their way to comment shit. All the Karens and the Michaels and the old guys, out there, the Barrys. Oh, no, see, our country will always be known as New Zealand. I'm like, no, you're wrong. And then these are the same cunts that are messaging like breakfast shows in the morning going, I'm really upset with how much Māori terms you use, If Māori want their own terms to be used, they should go and do it on their own channels. I'm like, can you not see what you're doing? You're dividing us yet again. And like, oh, dude, I saw this one. It's like, oh, man.
$9.95. Thank you for that. Shout out to Amanda. Thank you, Amanda, for your $4.20 donation. And shout out to Alicia or Elisa for the $6.06 donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you donate to my PayPal while I'm doing a live stream, I'll shout out your first name. not your last one, just because, you know, the trolls really fucking hate it when I get money from my fans. Oh, it pisses them off. I don't even ask for it. I'm like, if you want to, it's cool, man. You know, I'd rather you buy a wand or a t-shirt or kick-ass glass. But if you want to donate to PayPal, it's appreciated too, man. And that way you get something out of it too. You know what I'm saying?
You know how we celebrate Maori Language Week, which is like once a year. There's people out there like, oh, we're sick of hearing Maori. They have their 1 week a year. I'm just like, mate, you should be no Maori Language Week. Maori should be celebrated 24/7. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
it just blows me away.
Does it need to be celebrated, or is it just the normal sort of just your day to day? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, I think it should be celebrated. I still think it should be celebrated.
Sure.
It's an amazing language because it's shorter here in New Zealand.
Okay, fair enough. My point being not that it shouldn't be celebrated, but that it just should be just if you want to talk like that, that's your thing, you know? Kia ora. Is that the right way to say that?
Oh, yeah, kia ora. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, bro. You got really nice pronunciation, actually, for someone that probably hasn't ever said it in their life.
No, well, mate, when I was in NZ, I was over there, and every time I said hello to someone, kia ora, kia ora.
Yeah, just do it, bro.
When I say Maori, I always say Maori.
Yeah,
I try and say
try. See, the difference is here, bro, you're going out of your way to try, which is amazing. And I'll correct you if you're wrong. But there's a lot of people, bro, that they just, no, that's not my language. My language is English of this country. It's just like, oh, my God.
Mate, you give it a go.
But anyway,
you know.
A vicious circle, bro?
Yeah.
A vicious circle of horrible hate. All because of skin color.
It's garbage. And that's what I always try and talk about. And I get called racist all the time because I bring this shit up. But my general message is if we can just fucking get along and find a way to do it, we're always going to have disagreements and shit.
Yeah, that's what kills me about our society, Isaac Butterfield. Don't load the pipe and go outside and have a smoke. But you try not to be racist, and why can't we all just get along? And it's just like... You donate a minimum of $1 to my PayPal, a minimum of $1 to my PayPal, I will give you a shout out. It's the truth on live stream too, yeah.
But the more that you focus on skin color, and I get focusing on your culture and understanding where your family comes from, and I think that's fine. I think that's important. And I love that my family comes from Scotland and Ireland, right? I love that. I think it's cool. Yeah, I think it's wonderful. You know, the stories and the history that they have. You know what I mean? And you know, you've got your side of the family that comes from one part of the world and another that comes from another and all that type of stuff. Like, we're allowed to have that love for where our history and our culture comes from. And as soon as you tell people that they're not allowed to have that, then it's just shit outs and it just doesn't get anywhere. But brother, I wanted to thank you for coming on today. I want to invite you along to have 5 minutes, open up for me next year. You've got plenty of time. No stress in the world if you don't want to do it, but the invite is there.
I'll let you know what I feel. I'm nervous thinking about it now, but hey, maybe I'll pick up my balls and just do it, bro, and have fun.
We'll see how we go, but we'll catch up regardless. And when you're in Australia, you're very welcome to come to my home, and we're setting up a new studio too. We're building it at the moment. When restrictions ease, it'll be great to have you over.
Yeah, I'd love to come over here and drink all your piss behind you, cunt.
Good tips, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, brother, for coming on. I'll talk to you soon.
I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. We'll see you later. Toodle off. Oh, fucking check us out on Spotify too.
Yeah, go check us out, you fucking cunts.
You fucking dogs. All right.
Toodle off.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being proud of your heritage. That's just disgusting. That doesn't do it. Nope. That's just bloody nasty. Block, delete, ignore. Like doing because you want Cobra to react and all gross. That shit's gross. Just block, delete, and ignore it. Why do you have your armpits, boy? Why does anyone have armpits, to be honest? That's a good question. Block, delete, and ignore. All these people, I live in their heads rent free. Otherwise, they wouldn't try so hard to fuck with me, sending me nasty shit, fucking texting me dumb shit. I own these punk ass trolls, dude. Yeah, I don't know how to smoke. I got my pipe. Where are my slippers? Man. That seems a bit cliche, doesn't it? Like 80% British. This guy. He's got his pipe. Where's his slippers? I'll be right back. Anyways, YouTube, get off the stream here. I'll catch you later, man.